If for any reason you need to replace the gasket in your Yeti cooler, we're going to give you the tips and tricks today to do just that. So I'm here with Lewis, who is our Yeti expert on gasket replacements. And the tools you're going to need for this are some Scotch tape, some super glue. We prefer an X-Acto knife, but you can also use a pair of scissors. And of course, you're going to need the replacement gasket material. So the first thing we're going to do is turn this cooler around and open it up and lay it down. And I'm going to prop the cooler base up with this cardboard box so it'll lay flat. And now our lid is perfectly flat and stable, and we can really get in at that gasket. First, pry up a corner and then work your way around to remove the old gasket. You might notice there's a lip inside the gasket channel which holds the gasket in place. With an X-Acto knife, make a clean square cut on the starting end of your new gasket material. As you can see from this cross section, the upper flap should point to the outside of the cooler lid once installed. With this in mind, start with the freshly cut end directly in the middle of the hinge side of the lid. Keep a slight tension on the gasket material as you work down the straightaway to the corner, where no tension is applied. Remember, tight in the straightaways and loose in the turns. As you can see, the gasket material in this corner has too much tension applied and is pulling out of the channel. Conversely, the gasket material in the straightaway doesn't have enough tension and appears loose and wavy. After inserting the new gasket all the way around the lid with the proper tensions, line up the two ends to make the cut of the excess material. Then score the gasket to mark your place before removing and making the final cut. Now back out the gasket from both corners to relieve any tension before gluing. Apply super glue to just one end of the gasket material. Line it up and hold the two ends together for approximately 20 seconds. Then allow 5 minutes for cure time. Once cured, the gasket can now be reinstalled as described before. Since the flap on freshly installed gasket material rises up around the corners, use adhesive tape to hold these flaps down and close the cooler lid. After 12 hours of being closed, the gasket will remain right in place. Now your cooler is ready to roll.